Okay, so today I want to talk about the rebrand idea that I had, or um, the rebranding idea that I kind of mentioned in my plan for the project. So first, I want to talk about color theory. Um, so going off this source, these are the four most liked colors from the target audience survey that I did. So I looked at these four colors and kind of what they represent. So green, green is associated with optimism as well as refreshment, balance, and calm. Um, Obviously, optimism, refreshment, like these are all I concepts that I want to have associated with me. Blue. Blue is associated with feelings of relaxation, security, and calmness. It appears professionally and is used by many companies. Too much blue, however, can feel disengaged. Again, like the security and relaxation, um, those are things that I want to have shown, or that's how I want people to feel when they see the logo. Um, Pink, it appears as playful, romantic, tender, and cute. Hot pink also comes off as rebellious or showy. Um, I mean, maybe not those three, but playful and showy could very much be the sort of thing that I'm looking for. Um, Yellow, yellow appears as happy, spontaneous, cheerful, and optimistic. Q1. Um, Reminiscent of sunshine and smiley faces, feels flamboyant, joyful, inspires positivity. Um, so those were the four colours that were most seen. And then went and had a look at what other streamers do, what other Overwatch streamers do. Emong doesn't even have a banner. He's one of the biggest streamers. He actually might be the biggest. Yeah, I think he is actually. Super has a banner. It's him with San Francisco Shock. Um, and I also had a look at the Twitters. That's me. I also had a look at the Twitters as well, and Emong's heavily themed around this cat. Super is just about himself. It's just pictures of him. This is from when he played for San Francisco Shock. Obviously, this is him lifting the trophy, and I think this is a him at a streamer award with an edited tie. Um, Flats has got his own kind of logo thing going on here. I don't really think there's any way that I can really copy that. But he's got his own thing going on there, and CarQ again, his animal is the banner, and it's just himself really. And considering he's from like an Asian family, he's got some Asian text there as well. I think the one thing that I noticed from looking at all four of them was that there is absolutely no similarity between any of them whatsoever. Like they all, besides Kaku and Super using their own face, there's nothing remotely similar between any of them. So what I made from that is these are like the biggest streamers in Overwatch, the biggest personalities in Overwatch. So if they're doing just whatever they feel like and whatever they like and just trying to be themselves, then that's the kind of feeling that I should be going for, and that's the sort of thing that I should be going for. So then I had a look at my brand identity. How do I want people to think of me? Well, since I've been streaming and since I've been on the internet, Sigma, the Overwatch character, has been like my brand, has been all of my visuals. So immediately Sigma was my thought process. I really love the color pink. Like I just love the color pink, so I wanted that. I want to be seen as a funny person, but mature, friendly, positive, welcoming, while still being serious. Obviously, I want people to think of Overwatch when they see me and they see my logos and everything. That's what should be coming to mind. Um, Obviously, part of my brand is the fact that I'm Welsh. My name being Motor kind of gives like that mechanical thing, so maybe I could go somewhere with that. Was my thought process. And then I did some mood boards. I really like pink, like I said, and I thought green and pink because green seemed to be up there with like one of the colors I could use. And I googled green and pink, and this image came up. So that kind of made me think, oh, maybe green and pink mesh well together. And then the other is I always love blue and pink, so I had a look at that. I used this site that Mick found called Coolers, where it allows you to like kind of have a look at colors and see how they work and make a color palette. Um, so that's what I did. Um, so then I made this, um, which in retrospect kind of ugly. I asked Mick what his thoughts were. Well, I asked in the staff chat of my personal server what the thoughts were, and Mick had this is what Mick had to say about it. So I was trying to get other people's opinion. He said that the Sigma looked a bit weird, text color is a bit meh, maybe make the text a tiny bit bigger. So I did that. I increased the size of the text. I added a stroke to it to see if that helped. I feel like it made it a bit bigger. Mick compared it to that GIF, and he said, to be honest, it's kind of good, but also such a mess. So many colors. So he felt that there was too much of a color clash, and there was just too much going on. It kind of gives off SpongeBob vibes. I asked if that this was better, so keeping the blue for the stroke, but then matching the text to be the same colours as the background, so there was less colours involved. And Mick felt that it faded in with the background a bit too much, but said it was a bit better. I asked if there should be a thicker stroke, and Mick said normally he'd do a shadow, but I can't because of the background colours. So we kept talking, and Mick said, "Why not copy the color theme of the Sigma, and use that for the lettering? Stroke, halfway shadow slash shading, so use a gradient, and then use like three of his colors." He said he thinks that the issue stems from a mismatch of colors, but if you lean into the Sigma for the foreground, maybe it works. He felt like that was the best that it had looked so far. Um, and but the mismatch of colours really stuck out to me. So after hearing that, my thought process went to going to the pink and blue. I asked if the old one was completely horrendous, or if we should use it. Mick's reply to that is it's kind of ugly. And he said it's probably the best that that version can look though. Um, So Mick suggested maybe change the Sigma to see if it had to be default skin or if I could change it, and I said I could change the Sig, and then I transitioned to the pink and blue instead, which I feel this looks much nicer. Um, and then I prompted Count for his opinions, and he said he thought that this color change was better, and he agreed. He thinks that the text suits the background. So then I went on to Hollywood, which is a map on Overwatch, and there's a green screen on that map because it's, a film set. And I got this image of Sigma and then green screened him out and then realized that he had a green tint to him. So then I went and found a green screen map made in the custom games for Overwatch, and changed it to this Sig skin, which I feel contrasted. It made him stand out a little bit. Obviously, we're still keeping the Sigma from before, so that brand identity isn't lost. That we already have built up, and it's the Emperor skin as well. So I felt like his head shape looked normal, which was I think Mick's issue. His head shape looked normal because of the crown. Um, so yeah, that was the that was what we were working with. And then as we were talking, me and Mick were trying to do color contrast. We were trying to color correction, sorry, over the Sigma to make him maybe fit this pink and blue background a little bit better, so it worked a little bit more. Um, and then Mick realized towards the end that there was already a Sigma skin that was pink and blue that would fit this very well. And so we went and got a Hangzhou Spark skin, which is an Overwatch League team, and we put that skin on, and we went back into the green screen, and we green screened Sigma out, put him in, and we ended up with this, which is the final design. So for this, we're going to be using that for uh, the Streamlabs stuff, so people in stream can see this. So this is the starting soon, so there'd also be a countdown in the center here. We won't use it for the gameplay, but then we've also got it for the Be Right Back screen as well. Um, as well as having it for the goodbye screen. So there will be a webcam here, but this is still in the background, so it's a webcam border sort of thing. So a lot of this will be covered up by the webcam. But yeah, as on and on top of that as well, it goes even further than that. So not only is it going to be used on stream, but we've also got the banner for the Twitch here. It maybe looks a little bit low quality because it's been enlarged so much, but on a phone it'll look fine. And it does the job. It gets these promoted. It doesn't look completely ugly. It still gets the Sigma across, and the point is reached. We're an Overwatch streamer, and these are the other social medias that you should go have a look at. Um, it's on the Twitter as well. Doesn't look as bad on the Twitter. Obviously, if you enlarge it, it looks a little bit low quality again, but that's as high quality as I could get it. And it's on the YouTube. On desktop, it looks a little bit weird. Um, but on a TV, it'll look fine. Like the whole thing will be there. Um, so yeah, that was the rebranding work, and that took up an insanely large amount of time. But I think that shows reflection because I kept improving on it the whole time. I worked with other people. A lot of work was done with Mick to try and improve it and make it as good as we possibly could. And I'm quite happy with the final result. I might have to go back and tweak it a little bit after, but I've made plenty of changes for now, so that will be what the rebrand will look like for now.